Today we're going to be learning about meteorologists. So after the video that you watched, what did you learn about meteorology? Did you know that there are lots of different types of scientists that study different things? Like a paleontologist studies dinosaur bones, or a biologist studies very teeny tiny organisms. There's lots of different types of scientists. And a weather scientist is called a meteorologist. So meteorologists study the weather and weather patterns. So meteorologists collect this data from satellites, computer models, radars. They study weathers from weather stations to predict a forecast. So a forecast and a prediction is making a guess of what you think is going to happen in the future based on data that you have. So they don't just look out the window and say, oh, I think it's going to be cloudy tomorrow. Well, they use those computers and those satellites because the satellites go all the way around our whole globe. And they go all the way around, and they are up in space, and they take pictures of the Earth and the clouds and the storms, and they send it back to the scientists, the meteorologists, and the meteorologists can see clouds that are coming or storms that are coming or if they're blowing away, and they can see if there's they can study the wind. So I think being a meteorologist would be really cool because they can get to see all sorts of different types of weather all over the earth and then tell us what their prediction is for the weather. So when you wake up in the morning, well, what I do is when I wake up in the morning is I get my phone, and depending on what the weather is that day is what I'm going to wear. So on my phone, I have my little weather app. And when I open it up, it tells me what the weather is going to be today. So I know what to wear. So it says it's 37 degrees outside, and that's really cold. So I know I need to wear a jacket. But then it says today, 79 degrees and sunny. So I know I could probably wear short sleeves under my jacket because a meteorologist has predicted that today's weather is going to be warm and sunny. So I know it's going to warm up, even though it's really chilly right now. So they look at different patterns from years past in the days past. So I want to review our seasonal patterns so that you can be a meteorologist today. So in our seasons, we've got 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. In the spring, we have a pattern that it's getting warmer, and typically it likes to rain. In the summer, the pattern is hot. In the fall or autumn, which is the season we're in now, it's getting colder and windy. I forgot there's wind in the spring too. It's getting colder and windy. And then the last season is winter, which is cold, and we have snow. And then it repeats because patterns repeat. We have 4 seasons because the earth is tilted. And when the sun is shining down on the earth, it either has more sun on one part and less sun on the other. So that is also why we have 4 seasons. Now I want you to get your weather chart out today and fill in the weather. So I looked at the forecast today, and it said it was going to be sunny and 78 degrees. So I drew that because it's going to warm up today. Now it'll be your turn. Look at our weather chart that we've done. I went ahead and filled in the last few days from last week because I wanted to see the pattern. Do you see a pattern so far? I do. I see lots of sunny days. I also see some windy days in here. Because it's fall, I know that sunny days are a pattern and windy days are a pattern also. So tomorrow is going to be Thursday. We can't for sure know what the weather is going to be like, but you are going to predict it. You are going to look at your chart, your data of what you know about this last week, what you know about fall weather in New Mexico, and predict what the weather will be tomorrow. So you need your writing journal, and I want you to draw a picture of what you think it's going to be tomorrow. If you look out and you see clouds, then maybe you put more clouds on here. If you look out the door and you see, oh, it's sunny, maybe write sunny. So the data that I used was my weather chart and my knowledge of weather patterns from the seasons to help me write my prediction. So in your writing journal, write the date. Draw a picture with the symbols that you think are going to be the weather for tomorrow. And start with this sentence stem. I predict tomorrow's weather will be. So I wrote, I predict tomorrow's weather will be sunny and windy because this fall has had many sunny and windy days. I used my data to defend my claim. My claim is that tomorrow will be sunny and windy. If you have a different claim, defend it. Use the evidence and the data that you have and that you know about weather and weather patterns to write a sentence about your prediction for tomorrow's forecast. Now it's your turn.